Hello everybody, I'm the airplane expert Hideki. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'd like to review an airplane that one of the most famous and popular fighter. Today, I'd like to introduce the Grumman F-14A Tomcat, US Navy VF-114 AARDVARKS USS Kitty Hawk NH105 1978 from Century Wings. The Grumman F-14 Tomcat is an American supersonic, twin-engine, twin-seat, twin-tail, variable swept-wing fighter aircraft. Beginning in the late 1950s, the US Navy sought a long-range, high-endurance interceptor to defend its carrier battle groups against long-range anti-ship missiles launched from the jet bombers and submarines of the Soviet Union. They outlined the idea of a fleet air defense (FAD) aircraft with a more powerful radar and long-range missiles than the F-4 Phantom II to intercept both enemy bombers and missiles at very long range. Studies into this concept led to the Douglas F-60 Missileer project of 1959, but this large subsonic aircraft appeared to have little ability to defend itself once it fired its missiles, and the project was cancelled in December 1961. The Navy was still looking for a long-range defensive aircraft, but one with higher performance than the Missileer. The Navy was decided to participate in the Tactical Fighter Experimental (TFX) program with the U.S. Air Force by Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara. TFX had the range and payload capabilities to fill the F-80 role, but was designed as a tactical bomber and lacked the maneuverability and overall performance that led the Navy to cancel the missile rare. Working recent experience in naval fighters, the F-111's main contractor, General Dynamics, partnered with Grumman to provide the experience needed to develop a naval version. Weight and performance issues plagued the F-111B program. With the F-111B program in distress, Grumman began studying improvements and alternatives. In 1966, the Navy awarded Grumman a contract to begin studying advanced fighter designs. The name Tomcat was partially chosen to pay tribute to Admiral Thomas Connolly, as the nickname Tom's Cat had already been widely used within the program during development to reflect Connolly's involvement, and now the moniker was adopted into an official name in line with the Grumman tradition of giving its fighter aircraft feline names. In July 1968, the Naval Air Systems Command, Navy Air, issued a request for proposals, RFP, for the Naval Fighter Experimental VFX program. VFX called for a tandem two-seat, twin-engined air-to-air fighter with a maximum speed of Mach 2.2. It would also have a built-in M61 Vulcan cannon and a secondary close air support role. Grumman was selected for the contract award in January 1969. In order to save time and forestall interference from Secretary McNamara, the Navy skipped the prototype phase and jumped directly to full-scale development. The Air Force took a similar approach with its F-15. The F-14 first flew on the 21st of December 1970, just 22 months after the Grumman was awarded the contract. The F-14 Tomcat was designed as both an air superiority fighter and a long-range naval interceptor, which enabled it to both serve as an escort attack aircraft when armed with Sparrow missiles and fleet air defense loitering interceptor role when armed with Phoenix missiles. The F-14 was designed with a two-seat cockpit with a bubble canopy, which affords all-around visibility, aiding aircrew in air-to-air combat. It features variable geometry wings that swing automatically during flight. For high-speed intercept, they are swept back, and they swing forward for lower speed flight. The F-14's wing sweep can be varied between 20 degrees and 68 degrees in flight. It can be automatically controlled by the Central Air Data Computer, which maintains wing sweep at the optimum lift-to-drag ratio. As the Mach number varies, pilot can be manually override the system if desired. The F-14 was designed to combat highly maneuverable aircraft, as well as the Soviet anti-ship cruise missiles and bombers, Sparrow Tu-16, Sparrow Tu-72, and Sparrow Tu-22M sleds. The Tomcat was to be a platform for the AIM-54 Phoenix, but unlike the cancelled F-111B, it could also engage medium and short-range threat with other weapons. Operationally, the capability to hold up to 6 Phoenix missiles was never used. Although our test was conducted, these were never a threat requirement to engage 6 hostile targets simultaneously, and the load was too heavy to safely recover aboard an aircraft carrier, in the event that the missiles were not fired. The aircraft's large nose contained a 2-person crew and several bulky avionics systems. The main element is the huge AN/AWG-9 X-band radar. The antenna is a 36-inch, 91 cm wide planar array and has integrated identification friend over 4 antennas. The AWG-9 has a maximum of 24 targets, which can be tracked simultaneously, and 6 can be engaged in TWS mode up to around 60 miles, 97 kilometers. The F-14 began replacing the F-4 Phantom II in U.S. Navy service starting in September 1974 with squadrons VF-1 Wolfpack and VF-2 Bounty Hunters aboard USS Enterprise and participated in the American withdrawal from Saigon. Its first sustained combat use was as a photo reconnaissance platform. The Tomcat was selected to inherit the reconnaissance mission upon the departure of the dedicated RF-5C Vigilantes and RF-5C Crusaders from the fleet. A large boat called the Tactical Airborne Reconnaissance Bat System, TAPS, was developed and fielded on the Tomcat in 1981. With the retirement of the last RF-8G Crusaders in 1982, TAPS F-14s became the US Navy's primary tactical reconnaissance system. One of two Tomcat squadrons per air wing was designated as a TAPS unit and received 3 TAPS-capable aircrafts and training for 4 TAPS aircrew. The Navy decided to retire the F-14 with the F-18EF Super Hornet, filling the roles of fleet defense and the strike formerly filled by the F-14. The official final flight retirement ceremony was on the 22nd of September 2006 at Naval Air Station Oceana. The actual last flight of an F-14 in US service took place on the 4th of October 2006 when an F-14D of VF-31 was ferried from NAS Oceana to Republic Airport on Long Island, New York. Fighter Squadron 114, VF-114, was a fighter squadron of the United States Navy that was active from 1984 through 1993. Nicknamed the AARDVARKS, it was based out of Naval Air Station Miramar, California. The squadron flew combat missions during the Korean War and Vietnam War. VF-114 was established as Bombing Fighter Squadron BBF-19 on January 20, 1945 at NAS Alameda, California. Soon thereafter, BBF-19 moved to NAS North Island, California, where it first flew the Grumman F-6F Hellcat, and then the boat F-4U-4 Corsair. As with many squadrons after World War II, BBF-19 made several designation changes. The first change was 2 years later, on the 24th of August 1948, when it became BF-192. And its final change was on the 15th of February 1950, when it became BF-114. At this time, BF-114 was known as the Executioners. VF-114 participated in the Korean War, deployed on the USS Philippine Sea on July 5, 1950. It flew its Corsair from several months and conducted over 1,100 strikes against North Korean and Chinese forces. After its return from Korea, VF-114 moved from propeller aircraft to jets, first flying the Grumman F-9F Panther. This was soon followed by the McDonnell F-2H Banshee, and in 1957, VF-114 transitioned to the McDonnell F-3H Demon, the first jet operated by the squadron able to carry air-to-air missiles. In 1961, VF-114 transitioned to the McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II, became the first deployable Pacific Fleet fighter squadron to do so. At this point, VF-114 also changed its name and insignia to an aardvark, apparently inspired by the resemblance between the F-4 and the cartoon character Aardvark in the BC comic strip. This change became official in 1963. At one point, the squadron had a 2-foot replica of BC Comics Aardvark created, which was named Zod, the same sound that the Aardvark made in the comics, and proudly displayed in the squadron's ready room afloat and ashore. Zod was also said to be the squadron's watchdog, guarding against intruders from other squadrons. On the 15th of December 1975, VF-114 transitioned to the Grumman F-14 Tomcat, along with its sister squadron VF-213. After Operation Desert Storm, F-14 community disestablished almost half, which was part of the post-Cold War reductions in naval aviation. VF-114 was officially disestablished in the final ceremony at NAS Miramar on the 30th of April 1993. Today we looked 172 Grumman F-14 Tomcat VF-114 from Century Wings. My upload videos are available every Thursday. Hope to see you again soon. Subscribe! Break ready! Now!